Hey guys, I'm gonna be eating some Taco Bell. I'm in my car, so the light's gonna be like weird probably every time I move. I don't know how to do it or how to stop it from doing that, but whatever. So I tried the nacho fries a couple weeks ago, just the regular ones, and they were so good. So now I want to try the nacho fries supreme. So I got the nacho fries supreme, and then I got the $5 nacho fries box because I was just gonna get a taco and a cheesy gordita crunch, but it's cheaper to just get the whole box. So in the box you get the nacho fries. I'm not eating anything yet today. With their little cheddar cup. Oh my god, those are so good. Those fries are really good. I hope they keep them forever. So it has the nacho fries, cheesy gordita crunch, a Doritos Locos taco, and a medium drink for $5. So yeah, that was way cheaper than getting them all separate. And then the nacho fries supreme, it was like, they were $2 something. So here's what they look like. I just dropped their fry on the floor. So it's just the nacho fries with the beef, sour cream, cheese, and tomato. So today is Saturday, February 3rd. It's Adria's birthday party day at Chuck E. Cheese. All 4 friends that she invited from school will be there. They all confirmed that they will be there. And then of course all of our family and Carson and Max, like everybody. I wonder if turn my car off. But the only person that, well, there's 2 people that won't be there. Alex and Grapey. Because Alex started with a cough on Wednesday. She started having like a dry cough. I mean, she was still fine. She was playing. She was eating all that. And then Thursday, she still had her cough. And then she started running a fever. She didn't want to eat. She had like 2 4-ounce bottles all day. She was falling asleep while I was trying to feed her. Like sitting up in her chair. She wouldn't even take a bite of a french fry. Like, and I was like, you know what? Adria's had a cold, like a slight cold this week. Not really a cold. She has like maybe cough 3 times a day and blow her nose a couple times a day. But she just sounded congested. So I decided, Adria's already had a cold. The last time Alex was acting funny, I waited a few days, and then she ended up admitted in the hospital. I'm like, I'm not waiting. I'm just going to take her to the ER. Because trying to get to my doctor, like, takes forever. And it was in the evening. The urgent care was getting ready to close. So, like, I'll just take her to the ER, like I did last time. So, my dad met me there. Like, everybody was busy. And had to work the next morning. My mom didn't have to work the next morning because she doesn't work on Fridays, but she had company over. Brianna and them were over there doing their taxes. This is really good, by the way. I didn't really want to go by myself if I didn't have to. And Jay just missed a week of work when Alex was sick on January 1st. Now this was February 1st. It's like, you know, I can go on my own if I have to. I like carrying the diaper bag, my purse, the baby, who's 22 pounds. Clear across the parking lot. The winds, we had 30 mile-an-hour winds that night. It was freezing. So I called my daddy, said give him 20 minutes, he'd be there. So he came up and then followed me to the hospital, and I just parked up at the ER doors and took the baby in. And then when he went and parked, and when he came in, I went and parked my car. There was not a single person in the ER waiting room. So like less than 5 minutes and we were back in a room. And at like 6 o'clock, this is probably around like 8. At 6 o'clock with our digital thermometer scanned across the forehead, it said she was 102.2. So I gave her Motrin. At like between 6:30 and 7. And that was before I decided to take her to the hospital. So, we get to the hospital, they're checking all her vitals, they check her temperature. This is like 2 hours after having the Motrin, and her temperature was 102.8. It's like, oh my god. So I start crying when I see that, like freaking out, like, oh my god. So they swabbed her for RSV again, they swabbed her for the flu, they did a chest x-ray. And next thing I know, 2 doctors come walking in with masks on their face. So I knew she obviously had something. So they come in, and the doctor says, well, what's going on with this little one? It's a lady doctor. She was a PA, actually. And I was telling her, she said, well, she tested positive for influenza A. I said, now what's the difference between A and B? She said, A is just the more severe one as far as symptoms go. So A, just to the person who's sick, feels way worse than B. So here, I'm like, seriously? She was just fine yesterday. I took her to school with us. We went to Adri's school and took cupcakes. She was eating a cupcake. She was perfectly fine. She just had like a little cough. And here she is, 102.8. I never dreamed that she would have influenza. I never thought she was that sick. Like, it had been 2 days. So she said the next step was to start an IV since she'd only had like 8 ounces of liquid the entire day because she wouldn't drink. And to do blood work. And that they were going to cath her to get a urine sample. And they had to do it to Adri once, and Jay had to hold her down while he did it, and Jay said that was the worst thing he has ever went through in his entire life, and he would never do that again. So we're waiting for all that to happen. They said, you know, we have to wait till we get a room, because we were still in triage. So they take us back to a room. Brianna's sister had messaged me, because she works there, and she's like, if you need anything, let me know. And I said, well, where can I get a Diet Dew out? I didn't bring a pop, I didn't take change for the vending machine, I didn't take any of that. And she said, where are you at? Should I'll bring you some. So she brought me and my dad each a Diet Dew and a cup of ice because it wasn't cold pop. So they move us back to an actual room. Room 24. And the lady checked us in. She remembered me from when I worked there, so we were talking. Then when we got back there, my friend Christina, she was there. She's like, oh my gosh, you're here again? She's like, I saw the name. So she came to check on her. And then, when they took us back to the room, she said, okay, you know, Nate's going to be your nurse, which Nate is awesome. I love Nate. He was like my favorite person when I worked at the hospital. And he's now like the charge nurse. He runs the ER pretty much. So he was going to be the nurse. So he came in and said the same thing, you know, they want to do a urine sample, blood work, and start an IV. And we had just been in there for like, we had just got back there, so I didn't think he had a chance to read our chart. And then within a couple minutes later, the girl came in with the IV bag and the stuff to start the IV. And I said, do you have to cath her? I said, what is the purpose of getting a urine sample? Like, is it really necessary? I said, because if I don't have to prove that, then, you know. He said, well, we need to find a source of the fever. He said, a lot of times, he said, if they have a urinary tract infection, that will cause the fever. He said, and if she has one, the only way to know is by the urine sample. He said, well, we'll wait a little bit if that's what you want to do. So he walked out, and like literally within a couple minutes, an actual pediatric doctor came in. And she was asking what was going on. And in the meantime, I had fed her a bottle. She drank a 4-ounce bottle. They brought her Pedialyte. She wouldn't drink it. She wanted absolutely nothing to do with it other than to play with it. But it's unflavored, so Nate said he's tried it and it tastes pretty crappy. He said, if you want, we can melt a popsicle down and put it in there to flavor. I said, that's all right. I said, can I feed her a bottle? So I'd fed her a bottle. So when the actual pediatric doctor came in, I told her, I said she just drank a 4-ounce bottle. And at this point, Alex is like tossing the Pedialyte bottle around and just squealing and playing because her fever came down. And she said, you know what? She said she has perked up since her fever went down, since she's consolable. You know, when she's upset, you know, you can get her to calm down. She drank a bottle. She said that's exactly what we want. She said, so since she's doing those things like she should be, she said, I don't see any reason to put her through all that traumatizing stuff. Like she said, you know, she's drinking a bottle, so I'm not going to start that. She said if she wouldn't have drank a bottle, I would go ahead and start an IV to get fluid. She said, but since she drank a bottle, I'm not going to do that. She said, I'm not going to do a urine sample because we already found the source of the fever. She tested positive for influenza A, and I'm wondering, I don't think Nate even knew that yet, because we had just got back there. I didn't think he had a chance to like look at her chart to know what was going on. Excuse me. So she said, you know, we have a source of the fever. She said, and, you know, since we have a source of the fever and she's responding like she should once her fever came down, she said, I don't see a reason for any blood work. We know she has the flu. Her fever came down, so she's feeling better, and she drank. Like that's just the typical flu. So, she said they're going to give us a prescription for Tamiflu. Oh, and then when they rechecked, they ended up giving her Tylenol when we first got there. When she was 102.8, they gave her Tylenol. And then like an hour later, they checked her and she was 100.2. So it was coming down quite a bit. So they're going to send us home with Tamiflu, or the prescription for Tamiflu. And just to keep pushing the fluids and alternate the Tylenol, Motrin every 4 hours, as needed for her fever. So yeah, she's doing better. I've been doing her breathing treatments at home too. I've given her a couple of those just because sometimes she gets congested, and I asked her if that was okay, and they said absolutely. They said if she starts having a cough or sounds stuffy or anything, go ahead and do a breathing treatment every 4 hours as needed, because they just want to keep her airways clean so it doesn't, you know, worsen and become RSV. I'll come for the flu. So she's eating, she's drinking. Today started. She did not run a fever all day yesterday or all day today. She slept great through the night. She's playing today, she's eating. But I don't want her to get anybody else sick, and I don't want her to get any worse. So as of right now, she's not going to be able to go to Adri's party, which breaks my heart. I don't want to talk about it because it'll make me cry. It's like Adri's first birthday as a big sister, and her little sister can't be there. Like, I don't know. Like I said, that was 2 days ago that she was the worst, and she's been doing great. She's not running a fever for 2 days. Like, I don't know. So Grampy, when I let him know that I was taking her to the hospital, he said, you know, he said whether she's sick at home or sick in the hospital, he said, I'll stay with her so you and Jay can both go to Adri's birthday party. But now it's like, she's doing so much better. It's only for 2 hours. Like, can she just go? I was so excited to take her up in the tunnel and let her crawl around the tunnel and let her go down the slide. She's never been on a slide before. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's sickness everywhere you go. And I'm sure Alex won't be the only sick kid. I don't want her to be around Brianna's baby. I mean, he's only not even a month old. So as of right now, like, they didn't tell me like when she should be around. They didn't tell me to keep her away from people or anything. And they didn't say, okay, after so many days, you know, she should be like, how do I know when she no longer has the flu? Like, if they say when she's acting like herself and eating and drinking and not running a fever, okay, well then that's been the last 2 days. So as of right now, Alex and Grampy will be home in our house. Or we're at Adrian's birthday party. Adrian gets to go in the ticket blaster. I'm going to take so much video. When I get home, I have to dump out my camera. So, I'm on my way to Meijer. I need to get little plates. Because I got a half a sheet cake. Because there's going to be like a lot of people there. And I don't know if Chuck E. Cheese will give us a ton of plates since we didn't get the cake from there. Or if they just give us enough for like the 10 kids that are part of the party. I don't know. So I'm just going to take my own little plates and forks. Like plastic forks. And when I ordered her cake, I told them not to have it ready till like 5 today. But I'm going to go ahead and see if it's ready. Now, it's like 1:30. And I'm getting a few things for watching the Super Bowl tomorrow. I want to make a veggie pizza. I've been wanting veggie pizza, like with like the cream cheese ranch spread on it, and then the veggies on top that you eat cold, you know. And then there's like this Italian sandwich recipe we saw on Facebook, and Jay told me to make it. It's got like ham, mozzarella, provolone, pepperoni with crescent roux on it. It looks really good. My mom already gave us Velveeta and Rotel to make like a nacho dip, so I need to get some tortilla chips. And I want to get pop while it's still on sale, because today's the last day of the sale. I need to get a loaf of bread. Yeah, we have hot wings at home and like cheese sticks. I'm already full. That's cute. And this morning, Adri comes in and wakes me up at 5 till 8. Are you kidding me? It's a freaking Saturday. So then, she came in about 20 more times between then and 9, so then Alex woke up. And I had Adrian go down and get Jay, because he's been sleeping on the couch in the back room because his snoring is out. It's terrible. It's worse than it's ever been. And he keeps me awake all night. I'm not having it. So he came up and he was telling me that one of our friends on Facebook had posted about, you know, hug your loved ones because you never know, you know, when they won't be here anymore. And she had posted a bunch of pictures with this one girl. Like, I've known the girl in the pictures since like elementary school, because she went to my elementary school. So I've known her forever. I'm not like friends with her, but I've known her forever. Like, and she just married a guy that graduated with me. They just got married in October, the end of October. So they've just been married like 3 months. Apparently, she was in a car accident last night and she was killed. And her husband works for the one fire department. I guess he arrived on the scene before the actual EMS did. He probably heard the call and just, I mean, knows where his wife drives and what time. I don't know how exactly it happened, but my sister, I asked her, or told her about, she's friends with another mutual friend. They said that her vehicle, she was in an accident last night, and her SUV flipped and rolled several times and she was ejected. And all I can think is how, oh my gosh. For the husband to get there on the scene and like be the first one there, like, even though I'm not close, I'm like, that just breaks my heart. Like, I could not even imagine. Like, he's a nice guy. He lived down from my dad, and like so many years ago, my dad thought he could get through his own yard in his minivan in the snow, and he got stuck. We were trying everything to get him out of the yard, like for like 2 hours. And the husband, he was driving down the road, and he drives like a big truck. He's like, "Do you guys need help?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he hooked up chains. Like, he didn't know. Like, he knew me from high school, but like, he just stopped to see we needed help. I was like, "Hey, how have you been?" He hooked chains to my dad's van and pulled my dad's van out of his yard. Like, just all around nice guy. And I was looking at her Facebook page, and like all the pictures of him and her, they look. You know, you see couples and they're smiling, but like, okay, they're smiling. But I mean, the pictures, every single picture of those two, they look truly, genuinely, 100% heart and soul, like, happier than I've ever seen any couple in my life. She has a son. And an ex-husband, and we have like a lot of mutual friends from going to the same school, and it's just, everyone's just devastated. My dad, he listens to the scanner. He heard the call come in last night. He said, "I heard the call last night about the accident. There was a female with head trauma." But yeah, my heart just breaks for them all. And him, like, being the first one to see, like, how would he ever get that vision out of his mind? Like, my stomach has literally been sick all day. Like I said, I'm not even like friends. Like, I know him. I've known him for years, but we're not like friends. And my stomach is just, ugh. It was right at the, I think the entrance ramp. I think they said she was getting on to I-75 from like State Route 67. But Jay said, he said when you get on to I-75 there, it's like a huge circle that comes around. He said you only have like 20 feet to get over. He says maybe she just couldn't get over, so she stopped and someone is there. I don't know. But for someone to hit her and flip her SUV and have it roll like, but then it's like, okay, if she was ejected, did she wear a seatbelt? Like, not that that makes a difference, but I mean, if she had her seatbelt on, maybe it could have been just minor injuries and not, I don't know. I never used to wear my seatbelt. I'll tell you when I started wearing my seatbelt. When I found out I was pregnant with Adri. From that moment on, I wear my seatbelt every time I'm in the car. It doesn't matter if I'm front, back, it doesn't matter. Even though seatbelts like hit me in the wrong spot where it just irritates me, that irritation isn't shit compared to what could happen if I'm in an accident and I don't survive because I didn't have my seatbelt on and my kids did not have their mom. Like, and I see cars driving around and kids are jumping all over the seat. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? All it takes is one person not paying attention to cause an accident, your kid's going out the window. Like, what is wrong with you? You don't have them in a seatbelt. I mean, to each their own, but my kids are my world. I would die if something happened to either of my kids. Like, if something ever happened to one of them, the only thing that would keep me going is the other one. Like, oh, that poor family. I don't know. I'm truly heartbroken for these people. And like for him to just arrive on the scene of his wife, like, can't even think about it. Like, okay. Anyway, so we have a birthday party today. So I need to go to Meijer and get my shopping done. And get home. The party's from 7:30 to 9:30. I need to go home. And me and Adrian need to get treat bags put together. Ugh. I cry over everything, but this is just sad. So I need to get treat bags put together. And then start, like, deciding what I'm going to wear, what Adrian's going to wear. I want to be comfortable so I can play. So I can play with Adrian. I asked her, so you're going to be playing with your friends or with your cousin Carson or your Nana? She said, I don't know, because I just love everybody. I'm so excited to see all these little ones dancing to Chuck E. Cheese, singing. Like, I'm so excited. Man, I really wish Alex could go. Okay, so the nacho fries supreme, it was good, but I think I like the regular nacho fries better. Just the plain fries dipped in the cheese. I think it's better than the circuit. Oh my gosh, this lady pulled in and she's like backed out and pulled in like 3 times and she's still like over the yellow line. Hang on, lady. Just face the facts that you can't park in between 2 lines and go on with your day. I stopped at Ulta on the way here. I want this gloss, the Ulta gloss, the plumping something gloss in Utopia. I was there last week and they didn't have it. She said, we have all these boxes to put away. Come back tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, like I'm just going to run to Ulta every day. So I went today and they still don't have it. And there were still like 5 boxes sitting there on the cart beside where the gloss is. So I don't know if they're the same boxes. I might have to order online. I saw somebody wear it in a video and it's so pretty. Alright. I gotta get a move on. It's probably like 2 o'clock now. And 7 I'll be here before I know it. I'm freezing. Because I turned my car off. 2 more fries. Oh, my stomach is so sick. Alright, I'm done. I ate the taco and the nacho fries. I still have the fries supreme. I'm just throwing those away. I'm completely full. I want to have part of that cheesy gordita crunch that I didn't finish, but oh well. I'm full, so I need to stop. And I have things to do, so I need to go. Oh, my stomach is so sick. So sick. Okay. Really. Wish us luck at our birthday party. Bye, guys.